everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for sticking around for the fourth and final part in our 4-part journaling mini album tutorial. For this video, I'm going to be showing you how I complete and design each of the pages with embellishments, as well as assemble and decorate the cover. So if you would like to see how I do that, then keep on watching. We are going to work on the inside of our signatures, and for that I have prepared some photo mats, and this is what it looks like right here. Some of them are journaling mats and they have lines on them, so you can write on them if you wanted to. I also utilized a lot of that lace trimming that I used throughout this whole journaling album, just to keep it cohesive and cute. And we're just going to be gluing these down right into the center of the signature inside pages. For the back side of our signature pages, I created these little tuck corner spots. They're double layered, so you're going to be able to stick in 2 different things into these pockets. And how I made these was, for the black, I cut out a 3x3 square, and then I cut it in half on the diagonal. And for the printed pattern paper, I cut out a 2x2 square and then cut it at the diagonal. And to glue these down, all you want to do is you want to put glue only on the outside edge. Oops. You want to put glue on the outside edge, and then you can literally just stick these right in the corner. Perfect. So now that those are glued down, I'll show you kind of how it works. So you can take a little photo sheet or picture or journaling page, whatever you would want, and you could stick one into the bigger pocket like that, and then you can also stick something into the smaller pocket like that. These little photo sheets, actually we have a lot of them, and I'm going to be using them to embellish and stick inside pockets. Came from the paper pad that I'm using. This is it here. I showed it to you once before. It did come from Michael's, so it's the Craft Smart brand. This paper was really beautiful, and they came with these 12x12 cutout sheets. That is what we're using. I'm also going to be using one of those sheets for my front cover. I also use those for the photo mats as well. The first step to starting our cover is going to be deciding what we want to use as a closure. Even though this album is not that chunky that it needs a closure, it actually fits in nicely into the spine and it closes. But just in case you put like some extra thick photos or you add pictures to it, I want it to be able to close. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine when journals kind of buckle out like that. So I am going to be adding a closure. And I decided to go with Velcro for this one because I've never tried using Velcro before and I thought it would be cool. So what I prepared was this leather flower here that I had in my stash, and I attached it to some elastic cording. We're gonna glue this down, but first I'm gonna decide how long it should be. Even though it stretches, I don't want it to pull too hard on the album. So for that, I'm going to just kind of set it where I want it, or where I think it should go. Put my pages in, and then kind of just see where it falls. And I like where it is right here, just because for our front cover, we're gonna be matting this cover with this beautiful paper that was in our pack. And then we're also going to be using one of those cutout sheets. So for this, what I did was I backed it on 2 layers of chipboard, and I used that black lace trimming, but I also added a silver ribbon around it as well, just so that you kind of get the peak of the silver through the black lace. And this is kind of going to be the layout of it. Just like that. And then I want my flower to fall kind of right here next to the other 2 roses. So now that the spine is covered and we also figured out what we're doing for closure, I'm gonna flip this around on the front and we're gonna start to decorate our front page. Now that our cover is pretty much done, we're going to be adhering our journaling album into the spine. While we wait for this to dry, I don't want to open my book and do too much. So I'm going to be actually putting on these cute little metal bookends. They look just like this. They're little L corners and they just protect the corners of your cardstock. We can decorate the inside of our album. So I have the two end pages that we prepared, which are going to be mirrored. So we're going to use one on this side. For the closure, I have these Velcro dots, and we're going to be using two of those. So one on the flower. I'm actually going to put a little bit of glue. With one on our flower. And then putting another dot of glue on the back side. And we're gonna close our album and place that dot down just like that. And this is what's gonna be what holds our album closed. With our closure completed, I'm gonna play around with the placement of some of these flowers. So this pretty much wraps up our journaling mini album. I had a lot of fun completing this. It was a little bit more of an ambitious project to film, but I was really excited to try it and really give you guys something special to celebrate my 1,000 subscribers. Again, thank you guys so much for liking my content and sticking in there with me and watching all of my videos. I really appreciate and love you guys so much. Stay tuned for the final reveal. I'm gonna do like a full walkthrough of this journaling mini album, and I also have a very special announcement that I'm going to be sharing in that video, so make sure that you subscribe and you hit the bell notification so that you're notified when I post a new video. And until the next time, I will see you guys later. Bye bye.